I was soaking up the sun on a Miami beach with my mom when my husband's private secretary, Chloe, suddenly sent me a photo. It was a picture of a woman covered in blood, her silk robe torn to shreds, looking utterly humiliated. Then, a smug voice note popped up.
Avery, do all you small-town parasites from the gutter have such sticky fingers? Did you really think you could let your trashy mother sneak into Caleb's new estate for a free stay? As his chief of staff, I have every right to dispose of toxic assets. This is what happens when people like your mother trespass on private property. With trembling fingers, I zoomed in on the photo. The moment I saw her face, the blood drained from my cheeks. The elderly woman lying in a pool of blood wasn't my mother. I called Chloe immediately, practically screaming into the phone. Chloe, you psychotic bitch! Look closer at that woman! That's Caleb's mother! Chloe let out a dismissive schnoff on the other end. Give it a rest. Caleb told me himself, your mother is just a charity case trying to leech off him while his mother is royalty. He doesn't consider your blue-collar relatives family.
With that, she hung up. I didn't waste a second. I booked the first flight back to New York while frantically dialing Caleb's number.
Caleb! Get to the new estate now! Chloe has severely assaulted your mother!
Enough, Avery. Spare me the pathetic drama.
He cut me off coldly.
I think Chloe was perfectly within her rights. She was doing her job.
I was stunned.
What did you say?
Caleb sighed, speaking with a nauseating sense of superiority.
Avery, even though you're my wife, that mother of yours from Ohio needs to have some basic self-awareness. She can't just use our marriage as a ticket to sneak into my private estates and leech off my success.
Caleb, you've got it all wrong. The woman being abused is
I was losing my mind.
Shut up! Even if she's my mother-in-law, what of it? I have no obligation to tolerate her greed and lack of boundaries.
Caleb roared impatiently.
If she thinks she can sneak into my mansion today, she'll be asking for a seat on my board tomorrow. Chloe is teaching her a lesson she desperately needs, and she has my full support.
Caleb's words felt like a bucket of ice water, drenching the last flicker of hope in my heart. My mother might be a simple retired nurse, but she's the most honorable person I know. Back when Caleb's startup was failing and every investor was slamming the door in his face, it was my mother who cashed out her 401k and sold her small cottage in Ohio to put the money in his hands. She knew he had a sensitive stomach and would travel hours just to deliver homemade meals to his cramped, dingy office. Yet, this woman who gave him everything was now nothing more than a greedy peasant who deserved to be beaten in his eyes. My heart turned to stone. My voice became so calm it frightened me.
Caleb, the woman in that photo is bleeding out. She looks like she's dying. I strongly suggest you get her to an ER. After all, she sacrificed everything to raise you.
Avery, have you lost your mind? When did your mother ever raise me? That pintage she gave me is pocket change compared to my net worth now.
Caleb exploded, his voice trembling with rage.
No wonder Chloe wanted to teach her a lesson. With a lying daughter like you, she deserves every bit of what she got.
My real mother is flying in from Paris as we speak, and I am preparing the grandest homecoming gala of the year for her.
I don't have time for your white trash family drama. Go to hell.
He slammed the phone down. 5 minutes later, I saw Caleb's latest Instagram post. It featured a photo of a lavishly decorated ballroom with a caption that read, "The Queen returns today. Mom, I can finally repay everything you've done for me with the luxury you deserve." I stared at the screen, expressionless, and calmly tapped the like button. At that moment, I was genuinely curious. I couldn't wait to see the look on this powerful, devoted son's face when he discovers that his favorite secretary just brutally murdered the very mother he was so eager to honor, right in the middle of his precious new estate. By evening, I reached Caleb's multi-million-dollar estate in the Hamptons. The grounds were overflowing with blooming white roses and luxury champagne. A grand arch dripping with Swarovski crystals stood at the entrance with a massive digital screen flashing the words,
"Welcome home, Queen Eleanor."
Caleb's business associates and high society syphiles were already there, clad in designer gowns and clutching crystal flasks. As I walked in, a wave of muffled snickers and judgmentally whispers rippled through the crowd. As I stepped onto the manicured lawn, I noticed something grotesque tucked away in a corner behind the floral arrangements. A body, cold and silent, draped under a stark white sheet. Seeing it made my stomach jerk in a violent knot. That's when Chloe stepped forward, swaying her hips. She dabbed at the corners of her perfectly made-up eyes, putting on a performance of a traumatized victim.
Avery, sweetie, I really just wanted to teach your mother some manners for Caleb's sake. Who knew she was so fragile? I barely touched her before she let out a gasp and her heart just stopped. You won't hold this against me, will you?
I stared at her plastic, hypocrite face, my heart hammering so hard it felt like it would shatter my ribs. So, Eleanor, the elegant woman who had financed Caleb but loved me like her own, was truly dead because of this idiot? I opened my mouth to scream the truth, but Caleb stepped in, pulling Chloe into his arms with a protective, tender embrace.